still here. It's past 9 o'clock, and the cleaning crew left the floor 20 minutes ago. I thought for sure you would have admitted defeat and headed home by now. But I suppose that stubborn streak of yours is exactly why we're always at each other's throats for the same accounts. Before we continue this little standoff, if you're enjoying our late night office sessions, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment below. It truly helps me bring more of these moments to life for you much faster. Now, look at you. Your posture is a disaster. You're hunched over that keyboard as if you're trying to merge with the monitor, and I can practically see the tension radiating off your neck from all the way across the hall. The rain is absolutely relentless tonight, isn't it? Just listen to it. Heavy, rhythmic sheets of water slamming against these floor-to-ceiling windows. It makes the rest of the city look like a blurred, neon watercolor painting. But in here, under these unforgiving lights, everything is just sharp, cold. I can see you're struggling, even if you're trying your best to pretend I'm not standing right here. You can keep typing, but we both know your productivity hit a wall an hour ago. The air in this building gets so still after hours, doesn't it? It's just us, the hum of the server room, and the storm outside trying to break through the glass. You look exhausted, and quite frankly, it's distracting. I have to wonder what exactly is keeping you so glued to that chair while the rest of the world has gone to sleep. Don't tell me it's still that Q4 report holding you hostage. I turned mine in to the director of someone who has pushed themselves past the point of diminishing returns. It's almost a shame to see you in such a state. Almost. It makes our little rivalry feel a bit one-sided when you can barely keep your head upright. I'm coming a bit closer now. Can you hear that? The steady, sharp click of my heels against the polished floor. It's the only sound in this entire wing, besides the hum of the air conditioning. Click, 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 until I'm standing right here, just a few feet away. From this angle, the glare on your screen is even worse than I thought. It's truly unforgiving, isn't it? This artificial, sterile, white light. It's designed to keep us awake and productive, but right now, it looks like it's doing nothing but causing you genuine physical pain. I can see the tension in your jaw from here. The way your teeth are clenched so tight, it must be making your temples throb in time with your pulse. Tell me the truth. Do you have a splitting headache? One of those heavy, pulsing ones that makes every blink feel like a chore. It's written all over your face. Even if you won't say it, you're trying so hard to look professional, trying to keep up that first in, last out persona you've cultivated so carefully. But your eyes are betraying you. They're clouded with that dull, aching pressure that usually follows a 12-hour day of staring at spreadsheets. It's a specific kind of misery, isn't it? When the very room you're trying to conquer starts to feel like it's closing in on you, one fluorescent flicker at a time. I've seen that look on plenty of junior analysts before, but never on you. Usually, you're the one with the sharpest gaze in the boardroom, the one who notices every decimal point out of place. But tonight, you just look like you're hurting. You're practically vibrating with the effort of staying upright. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you are one bright flash away from completely losing your focus. It's strange seeing you vulnerable like this, stripped of that competitive edge you usually wear like a suit of armor. I'm not sure I like it. It makes the air feel different between us, less like a battlefield and more like a sick room. You really should have stopped an hour ago. Now the damage is already done, and I can tell that the pressure behind your eyes isn't going anywhere on its own. I'm going to set my briefcase down right here on my desk. There. That heavy, muffled thud of leather against mahogany. It's the sound of me officially giving up on the Q4 projections for the night. There's no point in us both suffering in silence while the world outside sounds like it's trying to tear the building apart. Just listen to that wind. It's howling against the glass, isn't it? Those floor-to-ceiling windows are supposed to be reinforced, but the way the rain is lashing against them now, it sounds like 1,000 tiny, frantic fingers tapping, trying to get in. It's relentless. I've lived in this city for years, and I don't think I've seen a downpour this aggressive in a long time. It's just checked the internal memo on my way up from the break room. It seems the storm has triggered a safety lockout on the main elevator bank. They're being serviced as we speak. Standard protocol when the wind shear hits these levels, apparently. Something about the sensors in the shafts. So, for the next hour or so, we're effectively stranded up here on the 40th floor. Just you, me, and the rhythmic drumming of the rain. There's no escape, even if you wanted to run away from me or this report. The stairs are an option, of course, but 40 flights in this humidity, with that headache of yours, I wouldn't recommend it. You'd probably collapse before you hit the lobby. It looks like the universe has decided that we've spent enough time competing for today and has forced us into a bit of a stalemate. We're trapped in the most literal sense of the word. It's just us now. The rest of the floor is a cavern of shadows. The city is a watery blur, and the elevators are dead silent. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? To be so high up, so isolated, while the elements rage just a few inches away from us. It makes everything else feel small. Even our little war for the corner office. If you enjoyed our little time together, don't forget to give this video a like and maybe subscribe so we can meet here again. It really helps. The silence between us now, it's heavy, isn't it? Heavier than the humid air outside. I'm walking over to you now, stepping across the threshold of your office. My heels aren't even clicking on the plush carpet here. It's just a soft, rhythmic weight as I get closer to your desk. I can see you clearly now, silhouetted against the harsh, artificial glow of your dual monitors. You look smaller than usual, not in a way that makes me feel like I've won our little game, but in a way that makes me want to stop keeping score entirely. Look at you. You're rubbing your temples again, your eyes squeezed shut so tight I can see the fine lines of strain at the corners. It's a rhythmic, desperate motion, isn't it? Trying to press the pain away with your fingertips, as if you could just squeeze the tension out of your skull. I'm standing right here, just a few feet away, leaning against the edge of your mahogany desk. For a second, I was going to make a biting comment about how you're losing your edge, how the rising star of the firm is finally cracking under a little deadline pressure. I had the words ready, sharp and polished, but they won't come out. Not when I see the way your shoulders are hunched up toward your ears. close enough to see the pulse thrumming in your neck, fast and jagged. You don't even look up, do you? You're so deep in that cloud of pain that I'm just a blur in your periphery. Usually, we're like two predators circling each other, waiting for the slightest sign of weakness to strike. But right now, seeing you like this, that version of me, the one who wants to beat you to the senior partnership, she feels like a stranger. She's gone quiet. There's something else taking her place. Something much softer. Something that recognizes that look on your face. Because I felt it too. The weight of the world. The flicker of the screen. The relentless, cold demand for perfection. It's too much for one night. Let me just stand here for a moment, close enough to reach out if I dared. You're not my rival right now. You're just someone who's hurting. And I think we both know that no amount of black coffee or sheer willpower is going to fix what's happening in your head. It's late. The building is empty. And the Ice Queen you're so used to fighting, well, she's decided to take the night off. I notice the way you wince when the light reflects off the silver pen on your desk. It's like a physical blow, isn't it? Every beam of light feels like a needle. If you enjoyed our little time together, don't forget to give this video a like and maybe subscribe so we can meet here again. It really helps. That wince, it's painful just to watch. Those overhead lights are unforgiving, aren't they? They're designed for productivity, for surveillance, for making sure no one slacks off. But at this hour, they're just an interrogation. Sterile, cold. They're bouncing off every white surface, every glass partition, and digging straight into your eyes. Let me do us both a favor. Stay exactly where you are. Keep your eyes closed. Don't worry about the report, and don't worry about me. I'm just going to walk over to the wall panel. Listen to the sound of my heels. Just a few sharp clicks against the floor. And then, there, I'm pressing the master switch now. In 3, 2, 1. See, the world just went quiet, didn't it? I know you can feel the difference even through your eyelids. That heavy, oppressive weight of the artificial sun has finally lifted. It's just us and the storm now. I'm reaching over to your desk lamp, the one with the heavy brass base and the green glass shade you like so much. I'm clicking it on, just a low amber hum of light. It doesn't reach the corners of the room. It just stays right here, creating this little island of warmth in the middle of all this dark glass and cold steel. The shadows are stretching out now, soft and long, wrapping around the furniture like a velvet blanket. Even the rain looks different in this light, not like a chaotic mess, but like shimmering silver threads dancing against the night. Can you feel your pupils finally beginning to relax? The sharp edges of the room have dissolved into something much kinder. It's okay to let your guard down when the lights are low. No one is watching. No one is judging. It's just the two of us, hidden away from the rest of the firm, while the city drowns in the rain outside. If you enjoyed our little time together, don't forget to give this video a like, and maybe subscribe so we can meet here again. It really helps. I'm moving my chair just a little bit closer now. Can you hear the soft, muffled roll of the wheels over the plush carpet? I'm settling in right beside you, breaking that professional distance we've spent months carefully maintaining. It's strange, isn't it, to have me sitting here so close that I can see the way your eyelashes flicker in the amber light of the lamp. Usually, this close proximity would mean I'm leaning over your shoulder to point out a flaw in your projections or to challenge your strategy for the upcoming merger. But tonight, the office is a different world. The war we've been waging for that senior partner position, let's just call a temporary truce, shall we? It can wait until tomorrow. The spreadsheets won't vanish, and the board members aren't going anywhere in this weather. I can see the tension radiating off you like heat. Your jaw is clenched so tight, a stubborn line of iron that refuses to bend. You're fighting the pain, trying to dominate it with your mind. But you and I both know that's not how this works. You don't have to be the strongest person in the room right now. Not with me. I'm watching the way your breath hitches slightly, and I want you to just let it out. Drop your shoulders. Release that grip on your own teeth. I'm right here, and for once, I'm not your rival. I'm just someone who knows exactly how heavy that head of yours feels. It's exhausting, isn't it? Carrying the weight of being the best, even when your body is screaming at you to stop. You can stop now. The power dynamic in this room has shifted, but not in the way you might fear. I'm not taking your territory. enjoyed our little time together, don't forget to give this video a like and maybe subscribe so we can meet here again. It really helps. I'm reaching into my leather bag now. Can you hear the soft, heavy click of the gold clasp? Even in the middle of a corporate takeover, one must have their contingency plans for personal preservation. If you enjoyed our little time together, don't forget to give this video a like, comment your favorite part, and maybe subscribe so we can meet here again. It really helps speed up the release of new videos. I have a very specific remedy I keep for moments just like this, when the pressure of the firm starts to feel like a physical weight on my chest. It's a small, weighted glass jar I keep tucked away, something I found in a tiny apothecary in the south of France. It's a concentrated botanical balm, far more potent and refined than anything you'd find in a standard desk drawer. As I slowly unscrew the lid, can you catch that first faint trail of the scent drifting toward you? It's not one of those cheap floral perfumes that give people headaches. It's the exact opposite. It's deep, grounding, and incredibly sophisticated. There are notes of aged sandalwood, warm and woody, balanced with a hint of crushed bergamot and a very rare, high-altitude lavender that smells more like fresh earth than a garden. It's the scent of composure, the scent of someone who is entirely in control of their environment. I'm taking just a small amount on the pads of my fingers now. I'm rubbing them together slowly, right here in the space between us. Can you hear that faint, rhythmic sound of my skin sliding against skin? The friction is warming the oils, activating them, letting the fragrance bloom in the air. It's beginning to mask the sterile, recycled scent of the office and the sharp, metallic tang of the storm outside. It's a heavy, velvety aroma that seems to anchor the room when my own mind is spinning with data points and aggressive expansion strategies. I find this scent acts like a tether, pulling me back into my body. Just breathe it in for a second. Don't look at the screen. Don't think about the red lines on your spreadsheet. Just let that earthy, wooden fragrance settle in your lungs. It's remarkable, isn't it? How such a small sensory shift can make this entire glass and steel tower feel less like a battlefield and more like a sanctuary. I can see your nostrils flare just slightly as you take a deeper breath. Good. That's the first step to letting go. You're letting that sharp, defensive edge of yours soften, even if it's just by a fraction of an inch. I can see the way your chest is starting to move with more ease, finally accepting that you don't have to fight the very air you're breathing. You're watching me closely now, same wall is only trapping the pain inside. Believe me, I'm not doing this out of some sudden, sentimental whim. I'm a pragmatist through and through, and the pragmatic truth is that I hate seeing good talent go to waste. You are, quite arguably, the most brilliant mind this floor has seen in a decade, present company excluded, of course. To see that brilliance dimmed by a simple migraine, well, it's an inefficiency I find hard to tolerate. If I'm going to outpace you, I want the satisfaction of knowing I did it while you were at the top of your game, not while you were struggling to keep your eyes open. So, consider this a strategic investment in my favorite rival. May I? I already have the palm warmed on my fingertips, and I can tell exactly where the tension is anchoring itself in your brow. I promise to be professional, and I promise to be effective. You don't need to provide a formal verbal agreement. A simple nod, or even just closing your eyes, will be enough of an invitation. Let me help you clear the fog, so we can both get back to what we do best. Just stay very still for me. I'm going to move just a little bit closer now, sliding into your personal space. Don't worry, the storm outside is the only thing allowed to be chaotic tonight. Within this small circle of light at your desk, everything is going to be very, very calm. I can see you're starting to lean back, just a fraction. That's it. Trust the process, even if you don't quite trust me yet. I'm right here. Just breathe. There. Just like that. Stay perfectly still for me. I'm reaching out now, and I can see the way you're bracing yourself, your eyes fluttering as my hand gets closer. It's all right. I'm not here to undermine you tonight. I'm just here to be the one thing that helps. There. Do you feel that? The pads of my fingers finally meeting your skin, right at the center of your forehead. You're radiating so much heat. It's like a fever of pure stress. My hands, on the other hand, are quite cool, aren't they? It must feel like a sudden shock of ice against that pulse thrumming behind your brow. I can feel the tiny, frantic beat of your heart right there under my touch, a rhythmic reminder of how hard you've been pushing yourself. It's okay. Just let it happen. I'm resting my palms lightly against the sides of your face now, framing your features, while my index and middle fingers press softly into that point of tension right above the bridge of your nose. The palm is slick and cool, creating a gentle barrier between us, yet I can feel every micro-expression of your skin. You're starting to melt, aren't you? That sharp intake of breath you just took tells me the cold is exactly what you needed. Just hold this moment with me. Don't try to speak. Don't try to thank me. And certainly don't try to argue. Just feel the weight of my hands and the way the world outside this desk lamp is starting to fade away. We're finally contact, and for the first time since we met, smoothing out those lines of concentration that have been etched there since our morning meeting. There, I've found them. Your temples. I can feel the frantic, heavy thrum of your pulse right beneath my pads, like a trapped rhythm demanding release. I'm starting the first of many slow, circular motions now. Just lean into it. I can feel the way your skin slides over the bone, a soft, supple resistance that reveals exactly how much pressure you've been under. It's a delicate dance, isn't it? My fingers moving in perfect synchronicity, pressing just firmly enough to acknowledge the pain, but gently enough to coax it into leaving. Round and round, I'm tracing the very shape of your exhaustion, smoothing the edges of your day until they don't feel quite so sharp. I can feel the tiny, microscopic tremors in the muscle, your body trying to decide if it's truly safe to let go. Let it. Let the tension unravel under the cool slickness of the palm. I'm right here, and I can feel you beginning to sink, your head becoming heavier in my hands as the rhythm takes over. It's almost hypnotic, isn't it? The steady, repetitive pressure of my fingertips against those sensitive hollows. You're finally starting to go still. I can feel the heat of that headache beginning to dissipate, or perhaps it's just being overwhelmed by the steady, rhythmic focus of my touch. Stay with me in this circle of light. Don't think about the reports or the deadlines. Just focus on the feeling of my skin moving against yours, erasing the maps of stress you've drawn across your face. We have all the time in the world right now, and I'm not going anywhere until I feel that muscle go soft and quiet beneath my hands. Just keep your eyes closed and let the world outside this room vanish. There is no competition here tonight. No one is trying to get ahead. There is only this motion, this pressure, in the way your breath is finally starting to catch up with the slow pace of my fingers. Round and round, deeper now, just a little bit. I can feel the exact moment the resistance breaks. You're doing so well. Just let the silence of the office wrap around us while I continue to work through these knots. Every circle I trace is a little bit of that weight being lifted off your shoulders. Just breathe with me. That's it. Just like that. Do you hear that? Listen to the way the rain is lashing against the glass. It's relentless tonight, isn't it? From up here, 40 floors above the street, the world looks like nothing but a blurred, gray a messy, unorganized cacophony of pressure and cold. It reminds me a bit of what's happening inside your head right now. All those competing deadlines, the data points, the strategies for the Q4 rollout. They're just like that wind, aren't they? Battering against your focus, trying to break through the windows of your concentration until everything just feels like a dull, pounding roar. But look at us. We're on the other side of the glass. It's warm in here, and the light from my lamp is steady, unlike the flickering lightning in the distance. As my fingers continue these slow, heavy circles on your temples, I want you to imagine that I'm shutting the windows on all that noise. Every rotation of my fingertips is a seal being tightened. Every breath you take is a layer of soundproofing between you and the rest of the world. The storm can scream all it wants, but it has no power in this room. I'm going to quiet it all down for you. The thunder is just a muffled vibration now, a distant memory that doesn't belong to you anymore. I'm filtering out the static, leaving only the rhythmic, soothing sound of the rain and the steady heat of my hands against your skin. You don't have to weather this storm alone. I've got you. Just let the chaos outside fade into the background while I focus on calming the storm that's still trying to rage behind your eyes. We're going to make it go completely silent. I promise. There's a certain beauty in being trapped here like this, isn't there? The office is an island, and the storm is the ocean. But I am the one steering the ship through the waves. Just stay right here with me, safe behind the glass, while I work to find the center of the calm. I can feel the rhythm of the rain starting to sync up with the rhythm of your pulse. It's becoming a lullaby instead of a threat. That's it. Just keep letting go. The world can wait until the clouds break, but for now, there is only the quiet, the rain, and the way I'm going to make all that noise simply disappear. I'm shifting my touch now, sliding my fingertips inward from the hollows of your temples to the very start of your brow line. I can feel the residue of today's battle right here, in the way your brow is still slightly knit together. You've been wearing this expression of fierce concentration for so many hours that I think your muscles have forgotten how to let go. Let me help them remember. It's a systematic release, isn't it? One muscle group at a time, dismantling the fortress you've built around your stress. The skin here is so delicate, and yet it carries so much weight. I'm using the pads of my thumbs now, starting at the bridge of your nose and sweeping outward, following the natural arch of your eyebrows. Again and again, I'm literally smoothing out the mask you wear so well, but it's failing you. Under my touch, the ridge of your brow is softening. The skin is becoming smooth and cool as the blood flow returns to where it belongs. It's a strange thing, isn't it? We spend so much time looking at one another across a boardroom table, analyzing every micro expression for a sign of weakness or a hint of a hidden agenda. I've memorized this particular furrow in your brow, the one that appears whenever I challenge your projections or find a flaw in your logic. But seeing it now, up close, without the armor of our professional personas, it feels different. It's not a challenge to be met tonight. It's just a knot that needs to be untied. The rain is still a steady, rhythmic hum against the glass, but I want your focus to narrow even further, just to the point where my thumbs are pressing. I'm tracing the ridge of your orbital bone now, very gently. Feel that tiny bit of pressure right at the inner corner of your eye. That's where the tension likes to hide when it thinks no one is looking. But I'm looking. I see exactly where you're holding on to the day, and I'm going to make sure every last bit of it is swept away. Just keep your eyes closed for me. Let the muscles around your eyes go heavy, as if they're sinking into the darkness. There's no need to look for the next problem to solve. Not while I'm right here, taking care of this one. I suppose I should admit it, shouldn't I? Since we're here in the quiet, and the elevators are out, and there's no one to witness my moment of weakness. That report you've been killing yourself over, the one that's given you this monster of a headache, it's exceptional. I spent the better part of the afternoon looking for a single crack in your logic, some small oversight I could use to gain the upper hand in tomorrow's meeting. I wanted to find a reason to dismiss your strategy as too ambitious or untested. I wanted to be the one who found the flaw that no one else saw. But the more I read, the more I realized that your approach to the logistics was, well, it was infuriatingly brilliant. The way you pivoted the entire supply chain model in the final 3 pages, it was surgical, precise. It's the kind of thinking this firm claims to value, but rarely actually possesses. I think that's why I pushed you so hard during the briefing. I was trying to see if you'd break under the weight of your own genius, or if you'd stand by it. You stood by it, even now, with your eyes closed and your head resting back against the chair. I can see that same stubborn, brilliant spark behind your lids. You've earned my respect today, even if I'll never admit it once the sun comes up and the fluorescent lights are back on. For now, though, let that realization settle in. You don't have to prove anything It's alright. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room for the next hour. You don't need to be my rival. You just need to be here, in the dark, letting me take care of the damage that brilliance has done to you. It's a heavy burden, isn't it? Being this good at what you do. It requires a certain kind of intensity that most people can't maintain without snapping. But you didn't snap. You just strained. And I'm going to make sure that strain doesn't turn into anything permanent. Just breathe for me. Deep, slow breaths that match the rhythm of the rain outside. That's it. Let the praise sink in. Let the competition fade out. And just exist in this space where you are safe, respected, and finally allowed to rest. I'm going to increase the pressure just a fraction now, moving in those same slow, deliberate circles. I can feel the pulse thrumming beneath your skin, a frantic little rhythm that's trying so hard to keep up with your thoughts. Let's slow it down together. Keep your eyes closed. Don't even think about opening them to see my expression or to check the time. There is no clock in here, and there is certainly no competition left to win tonight. I want you to focus entirely on the darkness behind your eyelids. It's not a void, it's a sanctuary. Think of it as a velvet curtain drawn over the last 12 hours of spreadsheets and strategy meetings. As I press into your temples, imagine that pressure is pushing away the static, the bright white flashes of pain that have been flickering in your peripheral vision. Can you see the soft, muted colors shifting in that darkness? Deep plums, midnight blues, the kind of colors that don't demand anything from you. They just drift. Let your gaze drift with them, sinking deeper into the back of your mind, where it's quiet and cool. You've spent all day looking outward, analyzing, calculating, anticipating my next move. Now, I want you to look inward. There's nothing to solve here. There are no problems to fix. There's only the steady, firm weight of my hands and the way the tension is starting to dissolve like sugar in warm water. Every time I exhale, I want you to let go of one more thought. That email you forgot to send. It doesn't matter. The presentation at 8 a.m. It's already handled. Just feel how heavy your eyelids have become. They're like lead, aren't they? So pleasantly heavy that the very idea of lifting them seems impossible. That's good. That's The rain has found its rhythm now. It's no longer that erratic, driving force from earlier. It's settled into a steady, hypnotic patter against the thick glass of these windows. Patter, patter, patter. It's almost like the building itself is breathing with us. I want you to focus on that sound. Let it become the only metronome for your thoughts. Do you feel my fingers? I'm moving them in time with those droplets. Every time a drop hits the pane, my fingertips make another slow, deliberate circle against your skin. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a perfect synchronization, isn't it? The outside world is trying to wash away the heat of the day, and I am here doing the exact same thing for the fever in your head. There's something so grounding about a sound you can't control, yet can perfectly predict. You don't have to manage the rain. You don't have to give it feedback or worry about its performance metrics. It just exists. And as I match my pace to its cadence, I can feel your pulse responding. It's starting to align with us. That frantic, high-pressure thrum is smoothing out, stretching into a longer, calmer wave. It's as if the rain is pulling the tension right out through your pores, carrying it down the side of the glass and into the dark city below. I'm tracing the very edge of your hairline now, still keeping that same rhythmic beat. Patter, patter. It's a soft, percussive lullaby. The glass is cold. The rain is relentless. But in here, in this small circle of light for my desk lamp, everything is warm and perfectly timed. You're drifting, aren't you? I can feel the way your weight is starting to shift, the way you're no longer holding yourself up with that rigid, professional posture. You're letting the rhythm take over. You're letting the rain do the work of keeping time so you don't have to anymore. Just stay here, suspended in this perfect tempo, while the world outside washes itself clean. There is no rush. There is only the rain, the rhythm, and the way the air in this office has finally grown still enough for you to truly hear yourself breathe. Now that the front of your mind is finally starting to quiet down, I'm going to move my hands a little further back. Just stay exactly as you are, eyes closed, breathing with the rain. I'm sliding my fingers through your hair now, feeling the warmth trapped against your scalp as I follow the curve of your head down, down to where everything meets at the base of your skull. I want you to let your head fall back just a fraction into my palms. There, just like just let the muscles in the front of your neck lengthen and sigh as I support you from behind. I can feel the tension right here, tucked into the small hollows where the spine meets the skull. It's like a knot that's been tightened turn after turn since your very first meeting this morning. I'm going to use my thumbs now to apply a steady, deep pressure right into those tight spots. Can you feel that? It's a heavy, grounding sort of relief, like a dam finally starting to give way under the pressure. The rain is still humming against the glass, but the sound feels muffled and distant now that your ears are resting so close to my palms. It's okay to let your jaw go slack. It's okay to let your shoulders drop another inch. Every vertebra is finding its place again, unstacking from that rigid, defensive line you've kept all week. It's just you and me in this quiet corner of the floor, and for once, there's no one you need to impress with your posture. Just feel my thumbs tracing the line of your neck, melting away the last of that stubborn resistance. You're becoming so heavy in my hands, so beautifully still. It's a side of you I rarely get to see, the side that isn't constantly calculating the next move. Stay right here in this release. I've got you. I can't help but let out a little breath of a laugh, the kind that barely vibrates in my chest, but I'm sure you can feel it against your hair. It just occurred to me, if those wide-eyed interns could see us right now, what on earth would they think? Can you imagine the rumors by the morning coffee run? The ice queen of the 15th floor, the woman who supposedly eats junior associates for breakfast, actually having a heartbeat. And you, my fiercest competitor, the one person who usually looks at me like I'm a puzzle you're dying to solve, just sitting here, completely undone in my hands. It's almost scandalous, isn't it? They all see the sharp edges, the tailored suits, the way I don't blink in the boardroom. They've built this whole myth around me being some sort of cold, calculated machine. And honestly, I usually let them believe it. It's easier to lead when people are a little bit afraid of you. But here, with the rain blurring the world outside and the elevators out of commission, I think we can afford to let the mask slip just for a little while. You're the only one who really challenges me anyway, so perhaps it's only fair that you're the only one who gets to see the hands behind the reputation. I'm not as cold as they say, am I? Not when my fingers piercing headache is finally meeting its match. I can almost feel it beginning to liquefy under the pressure, that hard knot of stress just melting. It's like ice turning to water, losing its shape, losing its power to hurt you. I'm leaning in just a bit more, letting the natural weight of my arms do the work, so you can simply exist in this moment of surrender. There's no need to hold your head up anymore. Let me carry it for you. Your skin is so warm, reflecting the intensity of the day you've had, but my hands are here to soothe that fire. It's a deeper kind of relief, isn't it? Not just a surface touch, but a grounding force that tells your nervous system it's finally safe to stand down. I can feel the rhythm of your breathing starting to sync with the slow, circular motion of my palms. The static in the room is fading, replaced by this singular, heavy warmth. Just let it all dissolve. Every deadline, every sharp word we exchanged this morning, every ounce of that relentless ambition. Let it all melt away into the shadows of this office. You're not a competitor right now. You're just someone who needs to be held still. And I've never been better at holding my ground than I am right now. It's actually quite fascinating how the body reacts when you target the right points. There's a certain logic to the way this pain works, a map of tension that I've learned to read over the years. It's actually quite fascinating, the architecture of the human head and how it harbors the weight of a day like this. You're feeling that focused, throbbing pressure right now because of the temporalis muscle. It's this broad, fan-shaped muscle that covers the sides of your skull, stretching from your temple all the way back toward the top of your ear. When you're stressed, when you're sitting through those grueling 3-hour strategy sessions, or biting back a retort because I've just poked a hole in your quarterly forecast, you tend to clench your jaw, even if it's just a microscopic tension. That repetitive strain travels upward, radiating through the temporalis and tightening the fascia, that thin silver-white sheath of connective tissue that wraps around the muscle like a drum skin. When that fascia gets too tight, it feels like a cold, heavy vice is slowly closing around your thoughts, narrowing your world until all you can feel is the pulse of your own exhaustion. I can feel the exact spot where the muscle fibers have knotted themselves together, right here under the pads of my thumbs. It's a physiological response to the mental load you've been carrying, a physical manifestation of your refusal to lose. If I apply just the right amount of sustained, intelligent pressure, I can coax those fibers to stop guarding themselves. I'm essentially telling your nervous system that the threat has passed. You don't need to be on the defensive anymore. say out loud during the meeting. Just breathe through the pressure. Let the architecture of your headache succumb to the steady rhythm of my palms. I've always been a student of the details, and right now, the only detail that matters is the way your pulse is finally beginning to steady under my touch. You're starting to soften, the rigid lines of your focus finally beginning to blur into something much more peaceful. Now that I've worked through the worst of that structural tension, I'm going to lighten the pressure just a little. I'm barely touching your skin now, just the very tips of my fingers, tracing tiny, microscopic circles right in the hollows of your temples. It's a different kind of release, isn't it? Less about the muscle and more about the nerves. I can see your eyelashes fluttering against your cheeks. A soft, involuntary tremor. That's a good sign. It means the static in your head is finally starting to clear, replaced by something much lighter. Can you feel that? It's like a faint electric shiver starting right where my fingers are dancing, and then it spills over, a wave of cool, prickling sensations, those little sparks of relief cascading down the back of your neck, following the delicate curve of your spine all the way down. It's a physical manifestation of your nervous system finally, truly letting go of the day's weight. I'm just going to keep this rhythm light, steady, almost like a whisper against your skin. If you concentrate on the sensation, the world outside this office, the endless reports, the looming deadlines, the sharp edges of our competition, it all just starts to dissolve into these tiny, soothing vibrations. You're reacting so well to this. I honestly didn't realize you were this sensitive to a soft touch. It's a side of you I haven't had the pleasure of seeing during our boardroom battles. You look so much more approachable when you're not bracing for impact. Just stay like that. Don't try to think. Don't try to analyze why I'm doing this. Just follow the tingles as they travel. Let them wash away the last of that jagged energy. You've been a fortress all day, but right now, there's no one here to challenge you. There's just the rain, the dim light of your desk lamp, and the weightless pull of my fingertips, guiding you toward a much-needed silence. I'm leaning in just a fraction more, close enough that I can feel the heat radiating from your skin against my own. I hope you don't mind the proximity. It's much easier to find those final, stubborn points of tension when I'm this close to you. Can you hear that? The slow, steady rhythm of my breath. It's matching yours now. A quiet, synchronized tide in this otherwise empty floor. It's a soft sound, isn't it? as I move in. But don't be startled. You're safe here, tucked away in the shadow of my presence. There's a strange sort of sanctuary in this closeness, a boundary I'm drawing around us that the rest of the world and the rest of this company can't cross. From this angle, the sharp, defensive lines of your jaw seem so much less formidable, and the scent of the rain outside is starting to mingle with the faint, lingering notes of my perfume, though by now it's faded into something much warmer, much more personal. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere until I'm certain that storm in your head has completely passed. Just lean into the space I'm providing. Let the sound of my breathing be the only clock you're listening to, counting down the seconds until you finally feel whole again. It's just us, and for the first time in months, there's no need for you to keep your guard up. I've got you. Stay still, stay quiet, and just let yourself be looked after for once. It's remarkably quiet in here now, isn't it? Have you ever noticed how the building seems to change its entire personality once the cleaning crews finish their rounds and the last of the security guards settles in downstairs? It's as if the walls themselves are finally exhaling after a long, grueling day. All that frantic daytime energy, the relentless ringing of the desk phones, the sharp, impatient click of heels on the marble floors, the hushed, anxious gossip by the coffee machines. It's all just evaporated into the shadows. Now there's only this, a deep, resonant stillness that wraps around us like a heavy velvet curtain, shielding us from everything outside those windows. If you listen very closely, beneath the steady rhythm of the rain, you can hear the low frequency hum of the HVAC system. It's such a grounding, hypnotic sound, isn't it? It's like the heartbeat of the architecture It's a rare thing to find a silence this complete. Don't fight it. Just let it hold you for a while. I'm going to drop my voice even lower now. Just a whisper against the quiet. Can you hear me? I don't want to disturb the peace we finally managed to find in this room. You've done enough. Do you hear me? You have done more than enough for one day. I know that mind of yours is still trying to calculate the next move, still trying to proofread that final paragraph of the Q4 report in your head. But I need you to let it go, just for tonight. Those spreadsheets, those projections, the endless stream of urgent requests, they aren't going anywhere. They'll still be waiting in their digital folders tomorrow morning, just as cold and demanding as they were an hour ago. But you can't keep running on empty. I can feel the way you're still trying to hold on to that sense of duty, that ingrained need to be the last one standing. It's what makes you such a formidable opponent usually. But right now, it's just an anchor dragging you down. Give yourself permission to be finished. I'm giving it to you, if you won't give it to yourself. As your senior, as your rival, as the person who knows exactly how much pressure you've been under, I am telling you that the office is closed. The war is on pause. There is no one left to beat, and no one left to prove anything to. It's okay to stop. It's okay to let the responsibility slide off your shoulders and pool on the floor like the shadows around us. The city is asleep. The elevators are silent. And the only thing that matters is the rhythm of your breath and the coolness of my fingers against your skin. Let the deadlines fade into the gray of the rain outside. They don't deserve another second of your brilliance tonight. Just exist here with me in the dark and let the rest of the world wait its turn. You've earned this stillness. You've earned the right to be tired. So just let go. Let the weight of it all dissolve. I've got the watch now. You don't have to carry a single thing until the sun comes back up. It's strange, isn't it? Being this honest in a place that usually demands so much artifice. I know I haven't exactly been the easiest colleague to work alongside these past few months. I've pushed you, haven't I? I've scrutinized every line I needed someone in this building who could actually keep up with me. Someone who could see the same vision and fight for it with the same intensity. It's lonely at the top of the leaderboard when there's no one else in the race worth running against. Every time I raised the bar, I watched you leap over it, and honestly, it was the most exhilarating thing I've seen in this office in years. I forced you to be my rival because I couldn't stand the thought of you being anything less than my equal. I admire that fire in you, the way you refuse to back down, even when I'm being impossible. It's that strength that makes this moment, this quiet truce, feel so much more significant. You aren't just a coworker to me anymore. You're the only person here who actually matters. I can see it in the way you're looking at me now, that flicker of realization. You thought it was just competition, didn't you? You thought it was cold, calculated ambition, but it was always about seeing how far you could go. I wanted to be the one to draw out every bit of potential you are hiding behind that polite, professional exterior. And now that I've seen it, now that I know exactly what you're capable of, I find I don't want to fight you anymore. I just want to be near you. I want to protect this brilliance of yours just for a little while the rest of the world is locked out by the rain. You've spent so long proving yourself to me, and tonight you finally succeeded. You can rest now. You don't have to be the rival anymore. You can just be mine to look after. Let me just move these strands away from your face. There. I've wanted to do that since the 2 p.m. meeting, you know. Watching you struggle with that stubborn lock of hair while you were defending your Q3 projections. It was distracting. But now, without the fluorescent lights glaring down at us, I can see the way the light from my desk lamp catches the different shades in it. It's beautiful, truly. I'm just going to run my fingers through it very slowly, starting from the front and following the curve of your head back to the nape of your neck. It's so much softer than I imagined. In this world of sharp suits and hard deadlines, finding something this soft, it's disarming. I can feel you leaning into my hand just a little bit more now. Don't be shy. You don't have to maintain that professional distance anymore. Not tonight. My fingers are just drifting through the layers now, feeling the warmth of your scalp. It's such a quiet, private gesture, isn't it? Something reserved for people who aren't supposed to be competitors. But as I stroke your hair like this, feeling the texture of every strand against my skin, the competition feels like a lifetime ago. I could stay like this for hours, It's okay to enjoy this. It's okay to let my hand linger. There's no one here to judge us. Only the rain against the glass and the silence of a building that finally belongs to us. I wonder sometimes, as I sit across from you in those grueling afternoon meetings, what would happen if we stopped trying to outmaneuver one another? We spend so much energy, so much of our precious time building walls and setting traps just to see who can climb the highest. But as I look at you now, so still and so close in the dim light of this lamp, I find myself imagining a very different kind of future. One where we aren't rivals vying for the same title, but a team that the rest of this industry would genuinely fear. Think about it for a moment. Your brilliant, almost infuriatingly creative mind paired with my, well, let's call it my tactical ruthlessness. We wouldn't just be successful, we'd be an empire. I can see us, perhaps a few years from now, in an office even higher than this one, looking out over the city skyline, not as competitors, but as partners. No more looking over our shoulders. No more second guessing every email or looking for hidden meanings in a good morning. Just a shared vision, a shared goal, and more moments like this, where the world outside simply doesn't exist. I want that for us. I want to see what we could build if we were building it together, rather than trying to tear each other's work apart. It's a quiet dream, I know, and perhaps a bit sentimental for someone in my position, but sitting here with you while the rain washes the world away, it feels more possible than any promotion ever has. I'm just going to let my thumb trace the curve of your jaw now, keeping us grounded in this possibility. We've spent so long being the ice queen and the upstart, haven't we? Don't you think it's time we tried being something more? Something real? I can feel the tension leaving your face as I say that, as if you've been waiting for someone to suggest a truce for a long time. It's a beautiful thought, isn't it? A future where we don't have to fight anymore. Just you and me on the same side of the glass. I'm going to Just letting that vision settle between us. There's no rush to decide anything tonight. For now, let's just exist in this space where we're finally on the same page. I notice how much your breathing has slowed down in the last few minutes. It's deeper now, steadier, mirroring the rhythmic pulse of the rain against the glass. Those sharp, shallow breaths you were taking when I first walked in, the ones that spoke of deadlines and cortisol and a mind that wouldn't shut off. They're finally gone. You're letting go, aren't you? It's a rare thing to witness. That exact moment when the fight finally leaves a person and they allow themselves to simply exist. I'm going to shift just a little bit closer, leaning in until I can feel the warmth radiating from you. And I'm going to do something I rarely do with anyone. I'm going to match my breathing to yours. Just follow the slight pressure of my hand against your shoulder. Breathe in with me, slowly, and out. Again, in and out. There's a term for this in psychology: co-regulation. When two people are in this kind of proximity, their nervous systems begin to speak the same language. Our hearts, our lungs, they find a shared pace, a common ground that requires no words and no negotiation. Can you feel it? That subtle, heavy vibration as we move together in the silence of the office. It's as if the entire floor of this building has vanished into the clouds, and there's nothing left in the world but this single, synchronized pulse. You don't have to exert any effort at all. Just keep following my lead. Let my breath guide yours into an even deeper state of stillness. We're perfectly in sync now, you and I. No competition, no race to the finish line, no clever retorts waiting in the wings. Just this one quiet moment where we are perfectly, undeniably aligned. It feels different, doesn't it? To not be fighting for every inch of air, but to be sharing it so effortlessly. I can feel the last of the resistance draining out of you, leaving you soft and heavy in the best possible way. We are moving as one now, two rivals finally finding the same rhythm in the dark. It's almost strange how natural this feels, isn't it? To just be, without the armor, without the biting wit we usually use as a shield. I can feel the warmth of your skin through my palm, and it's a grounding reminder that we're both just human, despite the roles we play from 9 to 5. You know, they have so many names for me in this building. The Ice Queen, silence of my office. It's a full silence, a shared one. I don't think I realized how much I needed this moment of truce. I spend so much time looking at you as a rival, as the one person I have to stay 3 steps ahead of, that I forgot what it's like to just appreciate your presence. I really do appreciate it more than these 4 walls will ever know. There's something so comforting about the fact that the one person who challenges me the most is also the only one who can make me feel this safe. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad the elevators are down and the world has stopped for a moment, because I don't think I would have had the courage to show you this side of me otherwise. Thank you for letting me in. Thank you for letting the ice melt just for tonight. I can see it in your eyes, even as they're heavy with sleep. That look of surprise. You didn't think I had this in me, did you? You thought I was all spreadsheets and strategy, but even the sharpest blade needs a place to rest. And right now, this little corner of the world we've carved out is the only place I feel like I can actually breathe without measuring the oxygen. I'm going to keep my hand right here, resting against your cheek, just to remind myself that this is real, that we aren't just characters in a corporate play. We're just 2 people, tired and successful, and finally at peace. Don't look away. Just let me see you, and let yourself see me. There's no one else here to judge us, no interns to whisper, no bosses to impress, just the rain and the shadows and this beautiful, unexpected honesty. You've worked so hard to prove yourself to me, but I want you to know something. You don't have to prove anything anymore. Not tonight. Not to me. I mean every word of that. I've watched you these past few months, pushing yourself past every limit I set, and honestly, even some I didn't think were possible to cross. You are so incredibly capable. It's not just the way you handle the complicated data, or the way you command a room during a high-stakes pitch. It's the resilience. I see the way you pick yourself up after a setback, the way you refuse to let the pressure of this industry crush your spirit. You have this fire in you, a quiet, steady strength that I've always admired, even when I was trying my hardest to outshine it. But even the brightest fire needs to settle into glowing embers for a while. You've carried so much weight on these shoulders, haven't you? The expectations of the board, the endless deadlines, the constant draining need to be on every second of the day. It's exhausting to be excellent all the time. But right now, in this dim, warm light, you don't have to be excellent. You don't have to be the rising star or my fiercest competitor. You just have this rest. More than anyone I know, you've earned this moment of absolute stillness. Let the tension in your chest just dissolve. You've done enough. You are enough. Every sacrifice you've made, every late night spent under these flickering lights, it's all brought you here. And it's okay to let the rest of the world wait for once. The reports, the promotions, the prestige, none of it matters as much as you taking this deep, steady breath right now. Just listen to the rain and believe me when I tell you that you are remarkable. You are resilient, and you are finally safe to let go. I can feel your heart rate beginning to steady, matching the slow, rhythmic pulse of the storm outside. It's a beautiful thing, seeing you finally find some peace. You fought so hard for your place here, and I want you to know that I see you, truly see you, not just the professional, but the person underneath the tailored suit. You are worthy of this care. You are worthy of this silence. And you are worthy of being looked after, just like this. You don't have to carry the world tonight. Just let me hold this space for you. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. But even the strong need a place to land. Let yourself land here with me. There is no judgment in this room, only my respect and this quiet, simple truth. You have nothing left to prove. You can just rest. There's a quietness in you now that I haven't seen before, and it's breathtaking, honestly. I'm moving my hand down now, away from your temples, just letting it rest right here against your cheek. The heat of your skin against the coolness of my palm is such a stark contrast to the rain-slicked glass of those windows behind us. You're always so guarded, so perfectly composed, but right here, under my touch, you're just you. I can feel the slight rhythmic pulse beneath your skin, steady and calm now. It's strange, isn't it? How many hours we've spent in this same office, sharpening our words like knives, competing for the same air. Yet, I never realized how fragile this moment could feel, or how much I'd want to protect it. Your skin is so incredibly soft. I'm just going to let my thumb brush against your cheekbone, very slowly, very lightly. I want you to feel how still the world has become. There are no emails waiting to be answered in the curve of my hand. There are no quarterly projections or hostile takeovers version of us even more. This honesty, this truce. I won't let anything disturb you. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere until I know you're completely at ease. My hand is right here, steady and sure, reminding you that you aren't alone in this building or in this fight. Just feel the weight of my hand, the comfort of it, and let yourself sink even deeper into this softness. You're safe in this little pocket of time we've carved out for ourselves. No one can reach us here. No one can demand anything of you. Touch slow down now, drifting into a pace. Touch slow down now, drifting into a pace that's almost still. My fingers are just barely trailing over your temples, a whisper of a movement that's more about the warmth of my skin against yours than the pressure. Can you feel that? The way the world seems to have decelerated along with us. Even the storm outside has lost its edge. That frantic, lashing rain has finally surrendered, softening into a steady, hypnotic drizzle. It's a quiet hum against the floor-to-ceiling windows that sounds like a lullaby for the city below. It's a rhythmic, silver sound, perfectly in sync with the way your breathing has leveled out. The thunder has retreated into the far distance, leaving us here in this small, glowing circle of lamplight where nothing else matters but this moment of calm. I'm just going to let my hand come to a near rest, my thumb making one last, incredibly slow sweep across your brow. The tension that was coiled so tightly in you earlier, I can feel that it's finally gone. You're so soft now, so still. The friction of my skin against yours is just a faint, comforting hum, a lingering reminder that the day is truly over. We aren't racing anymore. We aren't fighting for the lead or looking for the next move. We're just here, in the quiet aftermath of the storm, letting the silence settle over us like a heavy velvet blanket. The city lights are blurred through the damp glass, turning the world outside into a soft, glowing watercolor. But in here, everything is focused and peaceful. Just feel that steady drizzle against the glass and let it pull you deeper into this stillness. There's no more work to be done. There's just this beautiful, quiet pause. Don't open your eyes just yet. Stay exactly where you are, shielded by the dark behind your lids. There's no need to look at the clock, or the spreadsheets, or the flickering cursor on your screen. Not for a few more minutes. I want Even your shoulders have finally surrendered their height, sinking down away from your ears, broad and relaxed. It's a heavy kind of peace, the sort that seeps into your bones after a long, hard-fought day. Let that weight spread from your chest all the way down to your fingertips, making every muscle feel thick and warm and still. The air in here feels different now, doesn't it? It's dense with the scent of the rain and the quiet we've built together. You're drifting in that space between being awake and falling into a deep, restorative sleep. And it's the most productive thing you've done all day. Just breathe into that heaviness. Let it pull you down into the cushion, further and further away from the stress of the sweet. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. I've got everything under control. You can just be heavy. You can just let the sleepiness wash over you like the tide, slow and inevitable. The world is small and dark and safe right here, and you have my permission to just let go of the reins. Stay in the shadows for a moment longer. Feel the way your pulse has slowed to a calm, steady rhythm, matching the quiet of the room. You're so close to drifting off, and honestly, you've earned every second of this oblivion. I'm not going to rush you. I'm just going to stay here while you sink deeper into that beautiful, weighted silence. I'm going to start gathering my things now, very slowly, so I don't disturb this heavy, beautiful piece we found. Stay right where you are, with your eyes closed and your breath steady. Can you hear the soft, rhythmic slide of these reports as I tuck them back into my leather folder? It's a crisp, clean sound, isn't it? Almost like the paper itself is letting out a sigh of relief to be finished for the night. I'm handling them with care, making sure not to let a single page flutter or snap. In my pen, the one you always joke is far too expensive for someone who spends most of her time typing. Listen to that tiny, muffled, metallic click as I retract the nib. It's such a small, final sound. Click. It means the day is truly done. No more notes to take, no more revisions to make. I'm just sliding it into its little velvet-lined loop inside my bag. I'm moving with a deliberate, hushed grace, making sure the only thing you hear is the low, steady hum of the building and the occasional, gentle rustle of my movements. Listen to the soft, muted sip of my briefcase. It's a deep, vibrating sound that seems to travel right through the quiet air. I'm setting it down on the floor now with a dull, soft thud against the carpet. There, my side of the desk is clear. The clutter of the day is gone, tucked away where it can't haunt us until tomorrow. It feels good the surface of the mahogany now, my palm brushing against the cool wood. It's a faint, whispering sound, like the wind through the trees outside. Every little noise I make is intentional, designed to keep you centered in this calm. I'm lingering here for a moment, watching the way the soft lamplight catches the dust motes dancing in the air. We've turned this high-pressure office into a sanctuary, haven't we? And I'm going to make sure it stays that way. Just a few more things to take care of before we can both finally leave this place behind for the night. Stay in the dark. Stay in the quiet. I'm right here, making sure everything is exactly as it should be. I'm reaching across your desk now, my sleeve brushing ever so slightly against the edge of your keyboard. Please keep your eyes closed. I know that harsh, artificial glow is still stabbing at the back of your mind, even through your eyelids. I'm going to take over from here. Just let me handle the last of this for you. I'm clicking through your open tabs. Don't worry, I won't judge the frantic, half-finished sentences or the sheer number of spreadsheets you've been juggling. I'm hitting save on everything. Can you hear that faint, rapid clicking of the mouse? It's the rhythmic sound of your responsibilities being tucked away, one by one. This Q4 report, even in its raw state, it's undeniably impressive. I hate to admit it, but your logic is flawless here. It's all safe now, I promise. I'm closing the windows, and with every click, I want you to imagine a little more of that pressure leaving your chest. There, the last document is closed. Now, for the final step, I'm moving the cursor to the corner and selecting Shut Down. Listen to the fans inside the computer tower as they begin to spin down. A long, fading exhale of machinery finally getting to rest. The monitor is flickering, turning that deep, hollow gray, and then black. Total darkness, save for the warm, amber pool of my desk lamp. The hum of the office has dropped an octave, hasn't it? Without the whirring of your processor, the silence feels so much richer, so much more protective. I've taken the burden of the screen away from you. There are no more blinking cursors demanding your attention. No more unread emails staring you down. It's just us, the fading rain, and this beautiful, still air. You don't have to think about the numbers or the deadlines anymore. I've locked it all down. I've made sure that when you walk out of here, you aren't carrying a single bite of this work home with you. You've given this company enough of your spirit today. Let me be the one to guard what's left of it. Just breathe in that newfound quiet. Everything is handled. Everything is quiet. You're finally, truly off the clock. The silence is almost heavy now, isn't it? But it's a good kind of shoulder. I'm not pressing down, just letting the warmth of my palm seep through the fabric of your shirt. It's a steady, grounding weight, a reminder that the digital world has vanished and only this moment remains. I want you to take a deep, slow breath with me. Can you smell it? That sharp, clean scent of the rain hitting the city streets far below us, drifting through the building's filters. It's petrichor, mixed with the faint, lingering cooling of the office electronics. It's the scent of a storm that has spent its fury, leaving only this cool, damp piece behind. Just breathe it in. Let the ozone and the rain wash away the last of that stale, fluorescent energy. Feel the way your chest rises and falls under my hand, slowing down, matching the rhythm of the droplets against the glass. There's no more static in the air, no more electric hum, just the rain, the shadows, and the quiet strength of this room holding us both. You're right here with me, and for the first time today, you don't have to be anything more than yourself. Just stay in the stillness for a moment longer. Let the calm become your only focus, your only reality. Every breath you take is drawing in that cool outside air, clearing the fog and the heat from your mind. It's just us and the rain now. Nothing else is allowed in. I can feel it through my palm, the way your pulse has finally calmed, no longer thrumming with that frantic, overworked energy against your skin. It's a slow, steady rhythm now, echoing the peaceful drip of the rain against the glass. Let me just look at you for a second. I'm going to move my hand from your shoulder very slowly, just to brush my thumb across your temple one last time. I want to be sure. See, the tension has completely left you. There's no more tightness there. No more of that hard, defensive edge you carry like a shield all through the day. Those deep lines of concentration, the ones that usually we knit your brow into a fortress of stress. They've smoothed out entirely. You're soft now. Your face, your shoulders, the way you're leaning back into the chair, as if you've forgotten how to hold yourself upright. It's as if you've finally allowed yourself to let go of the gravity of this office. The storm in your head has passed, just like the one outside has settled into a gentle, rhythmic drizzle. That sharp, stabbing heat that was behind your eyes. It's gone, isn't it? I can see it in the way your eyelids stay closed, heavy and relaxed, no longer flinching at every tiny sound or flicker of light. There's just the absolute relief of a battle finally won, not against me, but against the weight you've been carrying. I can tell by the way your chest moves, deep and unburdened, that the pressure has truly lifted. It's like the air in here has finally become breathable for you again. You aren't fighting the room anymore. You aren't fighting the clock. You've just arrived right here in the quiet, and you look so much more like yourself when you aren't trying so hard to be invincible. The heat of the migraine has been replaced by this cool, lingering stillness. I can feel the change in the temperature of your skin. That feverish glow is gone, leaving only a comfortable, sleepy warmth. You've surrendered to the silence, and it suits you far better than the chaos ever did. Just stay like that for a moment. Don't try to move. Don't try to find that professional mask again. It's unnecessary now. The tension has surrendered, and for tonight, you've finally found your peace. Your mind is clear. The static has faded to nothing, and all that's left is this perfect, heavy calm. You've done it. You've let go. I'm not going to let you walk out into that damp night air and try to navigate the city on your own. Not in this state. You're far too soft now, far too heavy with sleep to be behind a wheel or even navigating the steps to a train station. I've already decided. I'm going to be the one to see you home safely tonight. My car is waiting in the executive garage, shielded from the remaining drizzle, and the drive will be quiet, I promise. Or, if you'd prefer to just lean back and let someone else handle the turns, I can have a private car at the front doors in less than 5 minutes. The kind with the deep, heated leather seats you can truly sink into. You don't have to make any decisions right now. You don't have to check an app, and you certainly don't have to worry about the slick, shimmering streets outside. I've spent all this time smoothing the tension out of your mind. I won't have it all come rushing back the moment you step onto the wet pavement. Just imagine it, the gentle, low hum of the engine, the wipers tracing a rhythmic, hypnotic path across the windshield, and the city lights blurring into soft, glowing streaks of amber and blue as we glide through the night. I want to make sure the transition from this quiet office to your own bed is as seamless as possible. You've given me your trust here in the dark, and I only thing that matters is that the throbbing behind your eyes has finally stopped and that you feel safe enough to truly let go. You fought so hard today, and I know I haven't made it easy for you. I've pushed you, challenged you, and demanded your absolute best because I knew you were the only one here who could actually keep up with me. But even the strongest warriors need to lay down their swords eventually. Sleep now, my favorite rival. Close your eyes and let the darkness be a comfort, not a void. Tomorrow, the sun will come up, the emails will start flooding in, and we'll go back to war. We'll sharpen our wits and trade barbs and fight for every inch of ground in this building. But tonight, the battle is over. The truce is signed and sealed in the quiet of this room. Tonight, you aren't my competition. You aren't my opponent. You're just mine to look after. You're the one I've chosen to protect from the world, if only for these few hours. I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere until I'm certain you're drifting in that beautiful, heavy space between waking and dreams. I'll keep the world at bay. I'll make sure the silence stays unbroken. Just let your head rest back. Feel the last of the tension dissolve into the air and listen to the rain. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to let me take the lead for once. You've earned this rest more than anyone I know. So just sleep. I've got everything under control. I've got you. I can see your eyelids fluttering, trying so hard to stay open. But there's no need. The office is empty. The city is quiet. And I am the only witness to this moment of vulnerability. I'll keep your secret. I'll keep you warm. I'll be the shadow that guards your rest. Tomorrow, you can be the executive again, the rising star, the one who challenges me at every turn. But for now, just be here with me. Let the rhythm of the rain be your lullaby. Let the memory of my touch be the last thing you feel before you slip away into total calm. Good night, my dear rival. Sweet, peaceful silver across the floor, but here, in our little pocket of the building, it's perfectly dark, perfectly still. The storm is starting to tire itself out, the heavy drumming on the glass fading into a rhythmic, hypnotic hum, like a secret being whispered over and over again. Your breathing is so deep now, so steady. I can feel the warmth radiating from you in the silence, a soft contrast to the chill of the office air. It's a rare thing seeing you like this, completely unburdened by the weight of the climb, just existing in the quiet. I'm going to stay for just a moment longer, watching the way the shadows settle around you. You're safe here. The elevators are still. The world is asleep. And I'm right here. Don't worry about the sunrise. Don't worry about the reports, or the meetings, or who's winning the race. Just drift. Sink into the softness of the chair, into the rhythm of the rain, into the absolute peace we've found in this truce. Of course, if you weren't quite so exhausted, and if we weren't sitting in the middle of a corporate office, I might have found a much more persuasive way to make sure you forgot all about your stress tonight. Perhaps I'll save those more adventurous ideas for a night when you're feeling a bit more spirited. If you're curious about how I'd handle you when the office doors are truly locked and the lights stay off, you can find the more intimate, spicy continuation of our evening over on my Patreon. The link is waiting for you in the description. But for tonight, let's just stay in this moment. If you enjoyed our little late night encounter, please do give this video a like and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear how you're feeling. And if you'd like to return to the executive suite again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next meeting. It really helps me keep this space open for us. Sleep well, my favorite rival. I'll be the first thing you see in the morning, but for now, just dream of me. Sweet, peaceful